A student's grooming and dress have bearing on behavior and reaction of others. That line is just directly stated out of my school's student handbook. That line is saying that what I choose to wear has the potential to affect everyone's education and their behavior towards others. I feel that schools' dress codes in today's society have become particularly sexist against girls and needs to be changed. Now, of course, I understand that fact that we need guidelines for this in order to ensure no one decides to just show up at school naked. But what I don't understand is why most of these codes are really only applying to the girls. In many cases I have read about, a girl has shown up to school and has failed to meet the requirement on, let's say, a tank top. It could be 90 degrees weather out, but girls are still expected to cover up more. What's worse about that, though, is that what the instructors say is their reason to go cover up. What girls wear can be distracting to the boys and apparently cause disruptions in their behaviors. Girls in high school can't even show up in shorts more than just a few inches above their knee without getting pulled out of class in order to go change, or in some cases, given a detention for breaking the rules in the first place. Now, I myself have gotten called on problematic attire in class. I got pulled out of a math class my sophomore year because of a visible bra strap sticking out of my sweater. I was told to change into something that would safely cover my shoulders for the rest of the day. I'm sorry, but it's no secret that girls need to wear bras. And I don't feel anyone should be taken out of class in such a humiliating fashion and told to go fix something that they really have no control over. Bras can be bulky, and even thick or long sleeve shirts sometimes do not cover the bra straps. It's unfair to penalize a girl for something she needs to wear every day. What's crazy to me is how they make all these rules so one-sided. There are more and more schools now even banning tight clothing for girls. High schools across the country have begun to prohibit yoga pants, leggings, and even skinny jeans. But if a boy shows up in a muscle shirt, then that's okay. There have been studies recently to see how these codes are being enforced in a way that comes off as sexist. If you read your handbook, chances are they will be stated as a gender-neutral rule. So basically, all rules apply to both boys and girls so that not trying to single one side out. According to thenation.com, a girl stated that if a girl showed up to class one day with shorts that didn't meet the requirement, she would get pulled out of class and asked to be told to change. But if a boy were to show up with short shorts on, all people would say is, "Oh, that's funny." An example. For many spirit weeks, I have seen many boys wear ridiculously short shorts and deep cut-off shirts. None of them have ever been in trouble for them. Imagine if a girl showed up in that. Now, that's a different story, huh? My second point is that people just expect that it's the girl's fault, that it's our responsibility to keep the boys in line. When you tell a girl she can't show any skin because it's too distracting for the boys, it's like you're shaming her for her body. Jean Kilgore in 2009 said that they send the message that there's a problem with girls and that the boys can't control themselves. While boys are being taught at this age that no self-control is acceptable, they grow up thinking that a woman's body is just a sexual object. It really is no wonder why the U.S. has the 6th highest ratings of rape in the world. Anna Huffman, a student from North Carolina, stated that it perpetuates the idea that girls need to conform to satisfy the males. If girls are getting harassed, we should blame the boys, not the girls. Some schools, though, have decided to take a stand against these rules. One group of girls from South Orange High School started a media campaign called "I Am More Than a Distraction." It's a hashtag where anyone can post about how they were unfairly treated. And the U.S. has already adopted that hashtag, and it's now being used worldwide. Even domestic and international media outlets have started to feature their perspective on the problem. In other cases, people have actually began to physically protest in their own school. According to TheGuardian.com, about 100 students walked out of Bingham High School in Utah to protest the turning away of female classmates at a homecoming dance in September 2014. So, in conclusion, I believe that we have a double standard happening here, and all we're telling women is that their body is just some sexual object for males. People need to realize that boys can be given the responsibility of self-control instead of just the boys will be boys proposal. Schools need to come up with a policy that isn't implicating that a girl's body is just a distraction for the boys.